Hello and welcome to this very special episode of Frankly Speaking. And tonight, my guest is the one and only Sadhguruji. Sadhguruji, namaskaram. Many people have written in to me wanting to hear from you. We had a regular interaction during the COVID period, during the lockdown. Right now, the country seems to be going through turmoil, at least it appears so when you open the newspapers and look at news channels every morning. But in the middle of all of this, you've raised a very important issue, Sadhguruji, and that is the issue that binds Indians together, that binds the majority of Indian citizens together, which is the issue of Indian temples. Spirituality, religion, faith have played a very important role in every Indian's mind. And when you say that there are just 11,999 temples in Tamil Nadu alone, which have no prayers being performed, it's clearly something that worries people, not just in India, but even Indians living abroad. I want to ask you, are you serious about these numbers, Sadhguruji?
These numbers are not my numbers. The HR and CE ministry has submitted this in the Madras High Court. So there have been various kinds of numbers flying around, but now they have submitted in the Madras High Court that this is a fact. And the other facts also about 34,000 temples has only one person who is there to take care of the entire temple. From puja to cleaning to security, management, everything is his, one person. And I happened to be, this was in Karnataka, I was in Karnataka-Andhra Pradesh border in the Lepakshi temple recently because this is connected to our forefathers. I had been there over 50 years ago, which was a vibrant temple, built during the Krishnadevaraya's era, fantastic stone monument, all right? And it was a vibrant living temple. Now when I went there, hardly there's anybody, only one man. I asked this one pujari, how much do they pay you? He says 32,000 rupees. I said, not bad per month. He said, no, per annum. Per year, they pay him 32,000 rupees. What kind of management, what kind of service, what kind of atmosphere is that man able to create? So like this, it is going on everywhere. First of all, see, temple is a subjective affair. Unless somebody feels strongly in their heart, it cannot be done as an employment. You can't run temple with an employee, you need passion, you need devotion for that. And there was a time in this country when kings mainly built these temples, many of them held the deity as the king, and king himself is the servant of the deity. This is how they established the kingdoms. So that is the level of devotion that was there behind this. Without that subjectivity, a temple is just a stone, all right? And that's what they're making it to be. I'm telling you, if somebody had demolished these temples, people would have built it back because that's how they would feel. Now it is being slowly suffocated and nobody notices what's happening. So if this doesn't take shape, now you said all this turmoil in the country, now do I have to raise this issue? Well, this issue is being raised because there is an election in Tamil Nadu. I have raised not just the temple issue, I raised 5 issues, one about Kaveri, one about the condition of our education in Tamil Nadu, and another is about bringing investments, another is about training the youth of Tamil Nadu, and temple also is one of the issues. Well, this has got certain level of attention, and rest of the things we will slowly bring it into thing, because I firmly believe that in a democratic country, before the election, every citizen of this country, if they consider themselves responsible citizens, they must clearly articulate what are the few things that must happen in their country or in their state. Now they don't say anything. After the election is over, then you protest, you cry, you make comments. This is irresponsible citizenry. I'm telling all the Tamil people, this is the time, in the next 2 months, don't go by my 5 points. You tell what are the 5 things that you want in this state. What are the 5 things that must happen in this state? Everybody must articulate. Now political parties must know this is what the people want. and they must make their manifestos based on that.
Sadhguruji,